Johnson, and I am here with singer-songwriter Josh Carroll. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I just want to sit down with you and get to know you a little bit more. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah?
I'm down.
All right. Well, when did you start playing music?
I actually started playing music right around 6th grade. I actually started out as a drummer. I thought that's everything I wanted to do is just play drums. And then once I kind of got doing that, I was like, you know what, I want to learn how to play guitar. So my mom sort of got me going on that. And then from there, just started learning all the instruments and then just trying to getting swallowed in all of it.
So for Christmas, did you ask for a drum set?
Yeah, I did. And I got a Yamaha. It was red. I remember it. I loved it. But it had really cheap cymbals. And I was like, oh man, these cymbals suck. But at least the drum set, it's something.
Yeah, the drum set's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how do you approach songwriting? I mean, just sitting down and writing, or do you go to your quiet place, or how do you do that?
I'd say when it comes to songwriting, it's it's never predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can approach it a bunch of different ways. Like you could sit down and have a melody in your head, and you don't really know what you're gonna say in the song, but you got this sick melody. You just want to get it down on paper with some lyrics. Otherwise, you have times where you have a lyric in your head and you're like, man, how can I put that to a melody? Or it's even just a guitar lick. Or sometimes I'll sit down and it's kind of getting the beat going a little bit. So I don't know, it's a bunch of different avenues in which to approach it. But my thing is just being true to whatever direction that idea wants to mold into.
Mm-hmm.
And it just becomes whatever it wants to, I guess.
Nice. So, how do you feel about your last record? Did it come out like you wanted it to? Is it everything you'd ever hoped for? Are you ready for the next one? I mean, tell me about that.
Well, when I went to Nashville for the last 5 years, and now I'm back here in Eugene, Oregon. That's where I'm from. Yeah, I'm from around here. I was born and raised around here and stuff. So I'm back here now. I was out there for the last 5 years producing this record and just kind of working to become a better writer, a better musician all around. That city really pushes you. So I worked with some pretty cool people to come up with this record, and I got to do a lot of producing on it. I think the last record was extremely eclectic. It was all over the place. There's some funk in there. There's some light, soft, rocky kind of acoustic-y stuff, and then there's just some hip hop type stuff in there. So it's all over the place. I was very satisfied with it, but the next record, I kind of want to be a little bit more focused as far as the direction in which I'm going with it, and not so much I'm a new artist with my first record, just kind of going everywhere with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm really not sure what I want to do with this next record, but I'm excited just to get creative.
Do you have any names picked out? No?
I got this one song that I'm working on right now called Deja Vu with You, and I just love how hooky it sounds. I don't know, that might be the title. I have
excited.
I have no idea. But it could be cool. It could be cool.
Well, what inspires you, to do what you're doing right now? There's a lot of people out there trying to do this.
Yeah.
What makes you you? What makes you want to do it better?
I used to approach it from so many different angles, music, but not to, for the simple fact that it's art, it's more than anything a way to get people to escape from their lives. You know what I mean? You can hear a song on the radio that just hits the radio station and you're just what the heck is this? This is awesome, and you're jamming to it. Mm-hmm. And it's a cool thing that happens in a lot. It's just this click that happens in people's minds. They're oh wow, and they're excited about something.
Mm-hmm.
And they could be going through a rough time, or they could be down, or even really hyper, and then they hear a slow song and it makes them cry. It's just the effect that music has on people that I love. And I think what inspires me more than anything is just that we as artists have that ability to impact people through this sound and these words, and it's just intense, I think.
All right. Well, the economy, that's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
What do you feel about the music business now and the economy and everything it's going through? And do you think it's going anywhere in the future? Whether it's for you or other people, where's it going?
Honest to God, I think it's a really exciting time. I think it's crazy because it's now more than ever, it's scary to think about wanting to be an artist because there's less chances for you to hit the jackpot, so to speak. You don't have people selling millions of records like the Backstreet Boys are selling. You know what I'm saying? There was millions of records that were selling full records. Now it's people are buying iTunes and they're stealing yours.
Yeah.
So it's you're not making as much money, but there's so many different avenues to make money, through publishing deals, getting your songs on TV shows, commercials. There's an artist, I heard their song on a Old Navy commercial, and like the very next, I don't know if it was like next day or the next week, she made like $1 million.
Wow.
From just the fact that Old Navy commercial was all over the United States, and everybody went streamline for her iTunes account, and boom, pockets were full.
Yeah.
But so I think it's exciting because like the independent artist has a lot more liberty to be able to kind of do what he or she wants to do in the business world with the music. You know what I mean? Opposed to like, man, if I don't get this record label deal, like I can't do anything in the music business because that's the only gateway in order to achieve any kind of success. So right now it's like we as artists can like form these little teams and create whatever we want and sell it to whatever avenue we want to sell it to. The question.
So do you have like shirts that say like Team Josh?
Heck no.
Like Twilight?
You know, I'm just like,
I have this Team Josh shirt.
I don't know what it is, but like I just have this weird like I don't know, thinking about people running around with like, yeah, Josh Carroll rocks, and like Team Josh, just not really feeling that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. I like the idea of maybe making a t-shirt that has like a cool design and like, I don't know, coming up with some kind of logo, almost like like a clothing line or something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not even anything related to my name, I don't know.
Does your family look up to you a lot in what you do and what you're trying to do?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my brothers, I'll give them a shout out, Gabe Carroll, Joe Carroll. They're awesome, man. They're artists themselves, and like they're really trying to push too. They're young, they're still learning kind of about the business and stuff and writing songs, but they all definitely like, we all kind of look up to each other in a lot of senses, you know what I mean?
So do you give them advice on what to do, or you kind of feed off each other's, like what someone made a mistake, then you don't do that, or you made a mistake and your brother doesn't do that? How does that, what would you give someone advice for this business?
Well, I'd say for like, just generally like, for like independent artists, I'd say just like don't stop doing it. Like, I don't know, like I moved back from Nashville just to kind of regroup, and now I feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm like, okay, you know what, now it's time to get back and focus on like the real reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's not about trying to make it, quote unquote, because those days are kind of over. It's about really just like, you know, engulfing yourself in the idea that you're an artist. And even if you don't make it or make crazy money at it, you're going to do it because you're happy doing it. And as far as like other independent artists, I just say like, you know, do whatever you can. Like focus on whatever avenue you can focus on. YouTube's a great one. You know, Facebook, even though it's all like, it's like, why do we got to follow up MySpace and Facebook? Why can't we just have our own little thing? Yeah. But that's what's happening right now. And you just got to focus in on like where the business is going and make sure you stay fresh with it. You know what I mean? And keep writing and stay in the studio. Yeah. Stay in the studio, you know, keep it writing, you know.
So I see you brought your guitar today.
Yeah.
Can you play something for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of want to hear what it sounds
I'm
like.
all down to play it for sure. I got this one song called Sailor, and for those of you who are watching, I got my record on iTunes, and also just before I play this, like whenever I do shows and stuff, I always advertise on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook and you're not my Facebook friend, you need to become my Facebook friend. Just search the email. It's JMI Carroll, so it's JMICARROLL, and you'll be able to pull me up on Facebook. So
I think we should become Facebook friends.
I'm all about that.
Okay, we'll be
down.
friends.
I'm totally
Best
down.
friends.
BFFs.
Okay, let me
all
hear
right,
this
so
song.
here we go. Okay, the song's called Sailor. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. Second class to any man that's in your path, but I'm the real deal, baby. I caught your smile, man, it's been a long while. Forgot the way you made me feel. Won't ya give me a chance, baby girl, with this romance? I think you'll find it's worth your time. Around, yeah, girl, I'll be in town, yeah. Let's go to the place where we used to unwind, yeah. And let's get back together. Oh, I could be your long lost sailor, yeah. I could be your man in white. I could be your night all shining. Yeah, I could be your day tonight. That's just part of it.
That's so good. Well, thank you so much for letting me sit down and talk with you. It was so nice, you know, getting to know you, and know about your past, and I'm excited for your future.
Absolutely.
And I'm Caitlin Johnson, and you got your first look with Josh Carroll.
Before you let me go, there's just something you should know. Before you take another step, look back where we first met. Let me deja vu with you.
Yeah.
Let me deja vu with you. Something like that.